What's up guys, Pa again, back at it with another sneaker review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Yeezy 350 V2 Butter. Yeah, in the butter colorway. And this is a shoe that recently released. They weren't that limited, so it was quite easy to get a pair. And I really do like this colorway, so if you want to stick around then watch the entire vid. And if you're interested in a pair for yourself, I will leave buy it now links in the description, trustworthy sites where you'll be able to find these for quite cheap secondhand. So if you want to get them brand new, then maybe I'd suggest going to a couple of apps. I'd suggest Goat and I'd suggest Stocks. They are the most trustworthy sites to buy these things. But anyway, let's get right into it. So starting off, you get the box. Not very interesting, but there you go. Yeezy 350 Boost, designed by Kanye, and these are size 9. These are my truest size. And yeah, so now more about the shoes. So what we got here are the Yeezys, Yeezy 350 V2s. Can't believe it. Starting off with this, you get a really nice prime knit upper, signature of Adidas, kind of their response to Nike's Flyknit. Arguably, I'd say it's a lot nicer than Flyknit. It's a lot softer, a lot more flexible. Flyknit is kind of a bit more rough than prime knit in general. So generally I'd prefer prime knit over Flyknit or any other material out there, such as like gel knit, like from Asics and all of those other knits that they're producing. Even sketch knit, which is Skechers equivalent, but don't know why you'd ever want to buy a pair of Skechers anyway. So starting off with this prime knit upper, it is quite soft. It's not typical of many other Adidas prime knits. For example, the Ultra Boost would be a lot softer, a lot nicer in general, a lot more comfortable than this. This is quite a rough prime knit upper. Still very good quality. It's kind of how these are meant to be designed. You don't really want a flimsy prime knit upper on a shoe that is as sought after as this one. This is going to be really durable. It's going to last very long, while also maintaining the softness that you'd want and expect from a knitted upper from a top brand like Adidas. And then you have the seam, the signature seam running down through the center of the prime knit upper, where the upper kind of separates and is also kind of fused together at the same time. So really nice design, I think, at the front. A lot of people love it, a lot of people hate it. I'm particularly a huge fan of this. Moving on to the laces here, you see you have these kind of butter laces that kind of pop out, and they're kind of more neon, I would have said, than anything else. I've heard that these things actually glow in the dark, which, to be honest, I think it's a bit unnecessary. I'm not a fan of it. Glow in the dark things, I may as well go and buy a nice pair of light up Skechers. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty standard lacing system. You got holes cut in the prime knit so the laces can weave through. Pretty standard. The laces tie quite tight and your foot's pretty secure. To be honest, due to this lacing system, the fit in Adidas is quite fitted, I would have said, quite tight. And I'm even saying that if you want a bit of extra room, I'd suggest going half a size up, because these things really are that tight. I got my usual size 9 and it works, but honestly, if I was going for future preference, I'd definitely get half a size up. And then moving along to the back, they got the signature Yeezy heel tab, pretty cool, and this nice little tab here, reminiscent of the original Yeezys that they brought out. You get the rubber kind of ribbed kind of sole along here, which encases Adidas's signature boost, and you see the boost branding here, and you can feel it here. This looks and feels great. Even when you're spotting a pair of fakes, the fakes will be usually as hard as a rock. Not like this material. This is really, really nice, and you have this really nice kind of brownish kind of gum sole thing that they've implemented here, and I think it looks really nice. Surprisingly, it looks really nice with this kind of butter colorway. I wasn't expecting to like it that much, the brown edition at the bottom, but when you see these in person, these are kind of more, you know, in the light, they kind of look a bit more white than anything else, kind of a cream color, and then you have these kind of yellow laces here, which do look pretty nice with this white upper, I have to say. If I was comparing these to anything else, it would probably be what I've got here, what I recently picked up, and these are the Tubular Dooms. A review coming on those soon. They have the same kind of rough kind of prime net upper with this kind of ribbed sole, which does look pretty good. And then that moving on to the insole, you have a standard foam insole, nothing really too fancy. You can actually remove the sole. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to ruin it. And yeah, you don't really need a very fancy sole with this, because these really are the most comfortable things I've ever worn. Would I wear them for running? No, I would not wear them for running, because unless you're like rich and you have millions of dollars to spend, I would not buy these as a runner. I don't think anyone in their right mind would do it, which is quite a common question, surprisingly enough. Can I run in Adidas Yeezys? The simple answer to the question is absolutely not. It's a pretty terrible idea if you ask me. But these are the most comfortable things I've ever put on my feet, even compared to the Prime Knit Ultra Boost that I have. These are just way nicer. And yes, as a result, I am very happy with these overall as a model. One of my personal favorite shoes that I actually own right now at this moment. I only recently picked these up, but as I said, if you want to get a pair of these, they're not actually that hard to get as people may suggest. You can actually get these secondhand, or even brand new for that matter, from kind of trusted secondhand sites, maybe even eBay, but that's not really, I would not really recommend eBay, because people are getting scammed off eBay all the time, and it's pretty disgraceful. But anyway, that concludes the review of the Yeezy 350 V2s, and I'll see you guys in the next one.